What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and it is finally time to let you in on the little man cave. This is our smart nursery, and as you can see, no girls allowed except for mommy. She's cool, she can come in here, but I'll let you guys get a peek inside of all the stuff that we got going on in here, all the tech, and what makes this thing a smart nursery. So come on in. And here we have it, guys. This is our smart nursery, Austin's room, where he spends most of his time, where he goes to bed at night, all that good stuff. But we've got a lot of tech in here, you guys. So let's kind of talk about all the different things that we've put inside of here to make it smart. But first, before we go anywhere, I want you guys to take a look here and you see the special designs that we've got going on. We've got a bit of a theme, as you can tell. We're all about foxes in here. You know, foxes are like smart and cunning. So Austin's gonna be a really smart and clever boy, just like, you know, foxes. So that's what we got going on in here. And I think we did a really good job sticking to the theme well. You'll see all kinds of foxes, fox clock, this fox decals that we have on the wall with the trees. Be clever, Austin James. There's foxes everywhere, you guys. We even have little fox art on the walls. So you'll see a lot of that as we go on in here. But yeah, I just really wanted to point out the decals that I took 3 days to put on by myself, just saying. Anyway, so this is where, like, I guess a lot of the magic happens. And you know, when it comes to babies, the magic is changing their diaper. So what we've got right here is the Hatch Baby Grow changing pad. But what's awesome about this is not only can you change your baby on here, but it's also a scale. So it connects to your smartphone when, you know, it has an app, of course, where you can pull up all kinds of metrics. You can keep track of your baby's weight. This is actually really cool to just see how your baby is trending, how much weight they're gaining, just by doing something that you would do normally during your day. You don't have to go out of your way to go and put your baby on a scale. You can kind of just do it right here. The only thing about this though is you can go kind of crazy keeping track of the weight. If you're going to be one of the parents that can obsess over the numbers, I don't know if I recommend that for you. Ari is one of those parents. So there have been times where we had to swap this out just so she doesn't lose her mind. But yeah, this thing is definitely really, really cool. And it just adds extra functionality to a thing that, you know, you're gonna do anyway. And right next to it, also from Hatch Baby, is the Hatch Baby Rest. It's really popular, so you might have heard about it already. This is a sound machine. We rely very, very heavily on sound machines when Austin is going down for a nap or bedtime. So he has like white noise playing in the background. Now this thing is pretty cool because all you have to do is tap it and it turns on. When you want to turn it off, boom. And it has like lights and colors. You can change the brightness of the lights and the volume all from here. But if you want to use the app, you can go ahead and do that too. This has been super, super clutch. Big shout out to my friend Danny Wingett for actually giving this to us when Austin was born. And also, not to mention, it plays white noise, but it also plays some lullabies and stuff too. So we kind of use that when Austin is getting changed before bed, just to kind of wind him down. So huge shout out to Danny and Holly for sending this over. Life changer. And when you're done changing your little one, we have the diaper genie over here. So you can just toss everything, close it. Now, I like the diaper genie. I think it does a really good job of keeping the odors away. You don't smell any dirty old diapers once they're inside of here. But I've noticed that it's very easy to get this thing filled up, and then like you're really trying to get the diapers down. It can be a bit of a hassle, so I'm iffy on that. Do I recommend it? Not beyond needing to keep those diaper smells away. But yeah, over here we have just kind of like the stuff that we use when we're changing him, Vaselines, lotions, all kinds of oils and stuff. Everything that we could possibly need, we kind of keep right here in this little caddy. Carl, did you get us this caddy? I feel like you might be the one who got us. No, you got us the one in our bedroom, but shout out to you too.
Thank you.
All right, next one, we've got something from, what is it called? Hiccup Pop. Basically, this is a wipe warmer. So you got wipes in here. It keeps it all warm, keeps it moist. This is actually kind of cool. I like this. Is it necessary? Not really, but I will say, when Austin was much younger, he used to hate getting the cold wipes on his little bum. So this was actually really clutch when he was much younger. Also, in terms of like the tech that we have in here, we have the Amazon Echo Dot. This is their newest one. But this one has, like, you know, a fun little kid design. We've got a tiger. It's not exactly, it's not exactly a fox, but he's orange, so it blends in, it blends in. We'll ignore the intruder in here, you know? He's a tiger, but whatever. Oh, and I cannot forget that this thing is our baby shark machine. So whenever Austin is going nuts on the changing table and we need him to calm down, we just ask the Echo to play a little baby shark, and that usually does the trick. For those of you interested in like the furniture inside of here, this dresser is from, I believe, Restoration Hardware, as well as the crib that we have over there. So I know that question is probably gonna pop up. I'll have links down below to this and everything else mentioned in this video in the description. And here's where we keep all of his clothing and whatnot. We got a couple of drawers in here filled with just like all his stuff. You can see Ari keeps it pretty well organized. So Pampers and wipes and clothing all down the line. So he's got like 6 drawers here. And lastly, you'll notice there's a nice little glow behind this dresser. Of course, you know, tech YouTuber over here, I had to throw in a Philips Hue strip. So that's what we've got going on over here. And we've also got a little lamp over there with a Philips Hue light bulb. And they've actually been pretty clutch. We tend to keep the main light off in this room, and we strictly use that. And it's nice because we can control it with, oops. But yeah, we can control it with the Amazon Echo Dot. So we've got a whole bedtime and nap time routine just centered around these lights and the different sound machines. But what we have next to the dresser, and I'm not talking about this stylish Fox hamper, we've got this humidifier over here from Lassie Doll. It actually does a really good job at keeping moisture in the air over here. All you do is turn it on. It comes with a remote. Now, this is our little area right here when we're doing the routines. This is our recliner. So it's a nice chair and recliner. We can sit back. You guys can see right here, it has some buttons. So we can go ahead, kick our feet up. This was way more useful when he was younger and wasn't like fighting naps as much, because we could just kind of have him here, lay with him, give him a bottle, we're chilling, we're relaxing. Now Austin's always on the go. He doesn't want to hang out in here. He wants to get on the floor. But this recliner is cool because you guys can see it also has a USB port over here on the right side. So if you know you need to charge your phone or charge anything, you can go ahead and do that as you're resting with the baby. I picked this out for her. It was a gotta have. She's like, listen, I'm gonna be a nursing mom. I'm gonna wanna be able to kick my feet up, relax, be comfortable, and you know, it definitely does that. And even though it's got a USB port for charging, I ended up still putting like a fast charger in one of the plugs over here. Now, check this out over here, you guys. This little table, I found it on Amazon, but this table also has some ports all the way in the back, and you can't even tell. I'm not gonna move this around because it's kind of crazy, but we'll show you. When you turn this thing around, you've got 2 wall outlets as well as 2 USB ports. You can keep 2 different things plugged in as well as charge anything that you might need to. You guys can see the prince himself right here when he was much younger. This is our bedtime routine book. This is like the main book that we've been reading him every night since pretty much he's been born. So if you guys are looking for a nice bedtime book, Hush Little Polar Bear. It's great. It's got some great vocabulary in here as well. We also have a Hatch Restore over here. And that's pretty similar to the Hatch Baby Rest that we've got over there. It has the light that you can turn on, control the volume on the side, and it works very similarly to the Hatch Baby Rest. We've got his lamp here that we kind of talked about already. It is also Fox themed. And we got some like little books for him down at the bottom, as well as some flashcards that we tend to play with whenever we're chilling in the room. But then we've got his crib. Now, this crib is dope. It's an awesome looking crib, but little Austin started standing really early, and he didn't quite master standing when he did. So when we started putting him in the crib, we were a little bit worried that he was gonna hurt himself on the bars or the sides of the crib. So he actually like sleeps in this packing play. Yeah, this nice crib, kind of a decoration right now. Now, in terms of the tech that's in the crib area, we have this Nanit camera, and this is actually a really cool camera. It's on this stand so that it can be positioned exactly where the crib is, right in the center, and it can detect baby movement, what time the baby wakes up, if the baby's been restless through the night, what time the parent goes and picks up the baby. It gives you all kinds of information, even letting you know the temperature in the room. It can help you learn what your baby's habits are, so you can kind of start seeing trends like, okay, baby wakes up around 2 o'clock every night. You can get an idea of how to handle certain situations and make plans and routines based around that. Up behind it, we also have Austin James' name, so that he can, know his name when he wakes up, like, oh yeah, that's me. Now, we do have a camera here, but we also have a camera over here as well. So this is the Nest camera. That's a security camera that I've been using for years now. But it's actually been really useful in here because Nest has a subscription service so that you can see footage from like as far as I think 30 days back. It might be more, but that is super helpful in case we need to go back and see anything. We can always revisit certain days. And Nest has like their new subscription service so that you can have multiple cameras inside of your house and you're paying one fee. It used to be you pay per camera. That is no longer the case. So now this is like a no-brainer. Now we have Google Homes all over the place. We've got it in our kitchen, our bedroom, guest room, the entrance, and from any of those places, we can say, show me the nursery. And we're gonna see a feed from that. We can see it from these displays that we already have in our rooms. So in our bedroom, chances are we're streaming this camera so that our phones could be free. We don't have to look at the app. It's not a dedicated baby camera, but it does give us the ability to keep an eye on him from wherever we are. I like having one of these in the nursery. Now, over here, you guys saw the pictures. We have a couple of his stuffed animals, a couple Pokemon. We got this fat Snorlax in Japan. And when we saw it, we're like, listen, when he comes, we gotta have it for him. So we actually took a picture of him when he was maybe just a couple days old, compared it to Snorlax. We gotta do an updated one. I'll show you guys when he was younger and what he looks like now compared to this little fat guy. And we got some other stuff. This was also from Japan. We thought about him. This was recently from Easter. We got some stuff from Danielle and Jared. And you guys don't see it here, but Austin's all-time favorite stuffed animal is actually this fox that we also got from Danny and Holly. So huge shout out to them because he is absolutely in love with this fox. So lots of cool stuff. This is actually a very interesting piece of tech too. It's also a white noise machine, but it has these cool lights that if the room was really dark, you can see these lights kind of hit the walls. It's very interesting and mesmerizing. Now, when Austin is sleeping in here, it is pitch black. We do not mess around with any small lights. We get rid of them all. It is pitch black. There's nothing that's going to distract him. So we don't keep this plugged in all the time, but this is a really cool thing nonetheless, like when he's awake and he's like, wants a light show, wants some music. He also has a toy chest right here. This I got from Amazon. Austin's also got this cool little chair that you saw in the photo over there. It's got his name on it. My cousin bought that for him. Can't wait for him to actually sit down in it and stay still and use it. But yeah, that's his throne right now. And over here, we've got something that's more, in the tech field. This right here is the Dyson Pure Hot and Cool. Now, we've all seen Dyson fans walking by like Best Buy and whatnot, But this is actually really cool, and it's great for a nursery because it does a few things. If it's hot in here, cold in here, we can kind of change up the temperature really quickly with this. With the remote, we can turn on the heat, we can turn on the cold air. So if we need it to be a little bit faster than, like, you know, our central air, we have access to that. But what's also nice is that this thing will also use an app that lets you know the temperature inside of the room. And you can also just turn it on and bring like the fan down to 1 where it's not really doing much. But when it's in this state, it blows a little bit of air, but more importantly, what it's doing is it's monitoring the air inside of the room. What's cool about this is that it's also an air purifier. So if there's really anything in the air that shouldn't be there, it'll be able to suck it all up and, you know, kind of make sure that the air is clean. You can position it all kinds of ways. This is dope. Like, I put it in here initially thinking, all right, you know, there's gonna be a nice fan in here or something. But as time went on and we started using it more and more, we're like, whoa, this thing is actually really useful to have inside of here. It's great for Austin, it's great for us. It just makes sense. And it's been a staple piece since we added it. Over here, we have Austin's bookshelf, his little library, tons and tons of books. We even have a personalized book saying A is for Austin over there, which is great. And look at it. It's like, tell me that doesn't look like Austin.
Austin's better looking than that.
You're right. I listen. You're right, cousin. But next to that, we do have this outlet camera. Okay, guys, we're a little obsessed with keeping an eye on Austin and making sure he's all good. But what do you expect from us? We're techies, okay? Yes, we have 3 cameras inside of here. They all give pretty similar information, I'd say. But this one also has the sock attachment that we used to use back in the day. The sock will let you know if the baby's having any trouble breathing or anything like that. So this combined with the app and the sock, you know, it's a different kind of monitoring, which I find really useful. We've had a couple of, you know, as any parent would, you can sometimes have these scares and you want to just make sure baby's breathing. You throw that sock on the baby and, you know, you just have a lot less to worry about. You just see that they're okay. So yeah, we got 3 cameras. We make sure the boy is good, okay? Now, inside of his closet, there's not much tech. It's just, you know, pretty clean closet, lots of books. This boy, I'm telling you, this boy, he better be smart. He's smart. A lot of these books are like super old. These are from Ari's childhood. Aww. I wonder who wrote in that. I wonder if Ari wrote in that. And look, guys, there's so much clothing in here that Austin did not even get a chance to take outside because COVID was running rampant when he was born. But you know, it's all good. As long as we're safe, that's what matters. And that pretty much wraps it up, you guys. There's this little guy. This is the Mamaroo. Now the idea here is you'll be able to put your kid inside of here. You turn it on, does a little, you know, movie, and you know, your kid's supposed to love it, fall asleep in it, all kinds of good stuff. Austin never liked it, never fell asleep in it. Just sleep is a very big deal for us. Austin, he kicks our butt when it comes to sleep. So this has never worked out for us in that sense. But it was here ready for him for whenever he wanted to go into it, which was never. But this thing is super cool though, because not only does it do that, but you can plug in like a device to this with the headphone jack, and then it has like speakers that can play the music. It does white noise, so you can turn that on. And you can also change the patterns of how the baby moves inside of here. It's really cool, but I warn you, not every kid is guaranteed to like it. Austin did not care for it at all. But I'd say that about wraps it up, right? We covered all the tech that's inside of here, and this is basically what makes our smart nursery so smart and just well prepared for Austin to just grow up and have everything he needs, and we can keep really close surveillance of everything he does. Actually, we're talking about Austin so much, let me go get him real quick. This is his video, right? Look who's here. It's the prince himself. What's up, Austin? So we're gonna close out the video, buddy. He's like, what are these guys doing with cameras in front of me? But yeah, this is this guy's room. All this is his, right, buddy? Next, we need your computer, huh? Austin likes to smack on a keyboard, I'll tell you guys. He can type already. Austin, you wanna say anything to the people before we head out? He's like, Dad, come on, come get me. Austin, do you like the room we made for you? Yeah, all right, something's caught his eye. It's probably, oh, his library, of course. Okay, so you like it, yeah. So he's happy. We're gonna go read him a book because we want him to be smart. Which book you want, buddy? You want Snuggle Time Prayers? Okay, it's not Snuggle Time yet, but whatever works for you. But that about wraps up for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be the cool guy or girl that gives this video a thumbs up. Like I said, everything will be linked down below in the description. So, catch you guys in the next one. Oh, you want a different book? Don't be looking back there now. It's over, buddy. You made your choice. The deal is done. No, don't eat it. Until then, guys, your average consumer. Peace. Oh yeah, we're also gonna have another video talking about cool baby tech that might not necessarily be in the nursery, but I think is super awesome. Be on the lookout for that video as well. All right, peace. Austin, say bye. Let me hold the book for you. Let me hold the book for you. Oh. She's like, don't touch my book. All right, he says bye.